The Trump influence on cryptocurrency, our future goals, and how this will help the markets will all be covered in this episode. What does this mean, and what was just done with his meme coin? For the future, particularly when discussing cryptocurrency's exemption from capital gains tax in the XRP charts, we will also jump into XRP. The markets had a brief slump followed by a brief comeback. Just like we had anticipated during the live performance, we'll discuss all of that as well as our next steps. Therefore, without further ado, take a seat, unwind, and let's dive into a Bitcoin $105,045, 3,366. Ethereum is up 1.09% over the last day. At $3.13, XRP is still in third place despite a 2.1% increase. Displaying a slight reddening on the 24-hour chart, down 2.6% on the hourly, however, it is attempting to recover and is up about 0.25%. As the entire value of the cryptocurrency market keeps increasing by $3, $6, and $7 trillion, USDT and USDC are both maintaining their dollar pegs. Solana has benefited the most from this whole situation. Solana has been in my care. I advised you to spend about $100 in Solana. The accent is nearly out of 3. Last week, we made the call. It's up more than 43%, is beginning to show signs of recovery. It's that easy. Furthermore, it is not financial advice. I'm just sharing my cryptocurrency adventure with the world, and I let you follow along. Here's the tweet. Is the market correction that was predicted to happen over? We will learn more next week. Perhaps we descend a little bit further. However, keep in mind that even in bull markets, there are corrections. So I'm anticipating pyrotechnics toward the end of the month and into the first week of February. That's typical. Those green candles that shoot straight up are the signs that Bullish is occurring. The parabolic blow-off tops are not yet here. The only chart you need to focus on is this one. Where do you suppose we are at this moment to tell you? If I had to guess, we are in this belief stage and are sort of making these tiny downward movements. We are not in the euphoric stages. Instead, we are in the thrill, belief, or optimism stages, before the start of the thrill, and midway through the thrill is most likely during tax season. I have been worrying about this since 2 years ago because we will see that fat candle down before we have those parabolic blow-off peaks, which are coming later this year. Make sure your exit strategy is ready and adhere to the numbers you have recorded. Avoid becoming avaricious. Verify that you have all of your exchange limitations set up. Have an over-the-counter medication. You should visit every exchange you can that can serve as an off-ramp if you are unable to obtain one over-the-counter. The Coinbase Gemini upholding KrakenCrypto.com, they were all queued up by Bitstamp. Be sure to raise your boundaries. You must request that they raise it. They won't simply do it by magic, and get your numbers ready, the numbers you will use to escape the way I will, in a very straightforward manner. An asset moves for every dollar. I have a position that I will be liquidating. I'll liquidate more and more as we build up until we reach, and maybe surpass, my ultimate goal. We create the greatest in this way. Simply said, we don't dump everything at one number. When we enter, we perform a dollar cost average. After we exit, we take a dollar cost average. If the charts start to turn around, we still took a sizable position before that, and we may then sell everything. What are the precise figures? Too soon to tell, perhaps, but in the coming months, people, we're going to have a really solid understanding of this. There you have it. Try to get on yesterday night, TikTok. It was around 11 o'clock, I believe. It is prohibited. That's all. We are no longer able to access TikTok. She is incredibly unlucky. I enjoy perusing TikTok while lounging on the couch. I enjoy creating content for TikTok. We'll probably be doing a lot of YouTube shorts from now on. We'll probably use Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter for our several streams. We might also go over and Kick. Although TikTok will return, it will do so 100% of the time. Elon Musk commented on this, as I have long opposed a TikTok ban because it violates the right to free speech. Nevertheless, it is unfair that TikTok is permitted to operate in America, but X is prohibited from doing so in China. There must be a shift, and the good news is that we know Elon is collaborating with Trump. We are aware that this situation is going to change. I think TikTok will return to the United States. When is it right, is the question. The most important question is that I'm not sure. No crystal ball is in my possession. This morning is a bit hazy. Even though it's not functional, I think TikTok will revive. I predict that it will return pretty soon. It won't take several months, in my opinion. I believe that Trump is already aware of his course of action. He's most likely already speaking to China and saying, look, we need to work this out. You are being harmed by this. This is causing us pain. Who remembers our boy right here? We need to get on the same page, and that will be accomplished. Guess what? Da Vinci, the person who once predicted that XRP will go to zero, it might reach $20 to $24, he says now, but guess what? Not everyone finds it to be a secure long-term investment. Let's hear this genius out. So, where do I believe XRP will end up? 2025, since some of the goals that I anticipated would have already done so. IT reached $2, nearly $3, and I think it will continue to rise. I do think XRP may reach $20. Perhaps $24 in the upcoming bull market, though it is a cryptocurrency regarding the banking system, supporting the banking system for the banking system. I do not advise you to purchase or own it just yet. You can trade it and profit from it. They have regulations similar to those of the Federal Reserve, although they are subject to change at any time. Therefore, if you wish to invest in a cryptocurrency that is made to defraud and steal from people in the same way as the bank, keep in mind that this is the same individual that used to trash talk XRP. It was going to zero, he remarked. He made fun of everyone who bought XRP. He is a Bitcoin guru. As you can see, all of the maxis tracks are beginning to shift in terms of long-term safety. Look, the XRP ledger will be completely safe if it is adopted. Why? Because demand and utility will determine the price and help keep it stable. Right now, our usefulness is limited. Few financial organizations, including banks, use XRP. They compare it to a store of value like gold and say it's a hedge against inflation. I do think that will change, and when it does, that will help drive the price of XRP going forward, much like Bitcoin. If XRP is widely used, I think XRP will be around for a very long time thanks to the utility and demand that we will receive. However, it is still unclear at this time whether XRP will be used and whether the XRP ledger will be used once more. Let's now discuss Trump. Do you believe that Trump will now make cryptocurrency tax-free? Guess what, though? Everything is beginning to make sense. As soon as Gensler leaves office, Trump releases a genuine meme currency, albeit I continue to see people accusing it of being a hoax. It's not a fraud. They have verified it. If Trump is only going to try to tax the living daylights out of himself, why would he drop a meme coin? It will not occur. We will receive something, but I'm not sure how it will be set up because he cannot simply make cryptocurrency tax-free. After all, doing so would completely collapse the U.S. stock market and cause stock values to plummet as money would shift from the stock market to cryptocurrency. To ensure that the stock market keeps rising and that people are simultaneously investing in cryptocurrencies, there must be a happy medium for how he will resolve this. Dark Defended released this. Have a seat, unwind, and disregard the font. This week's candle is about to end, which makes XRP highly bullish. At 5,086 cents, the Dark Defended had his target resting atop the table. I like the target's appearance. I'm in the short-term Q1 boat. I believe we can reach $5 XRP for $4 to $5. You can be sure of it. What transpires during that parabolic blow up top is the question. To what extent will we ascend? Many people of various backgrounds are confused. There are many confusing charts and XRP numbers. You either belong to the group that thinks XRP 4 to 6 might be 8 to 13 during the parabolic run-up, or there are those who predict that XRP will be worth between $20 and $50. As a result, it's quite difficult to determine who to believe, who to trust, and who has the correct chart. Who is merely here to grab clickbait and increase their level of engagement? In my opinion, this is a safer prognosis. XRP is making a move, in my opinion, from 8 to 13. I'm also quite interested in $6. And what direction am I currently searching for an exit position? I might raise it to 6 to 10, but I was about 5 to 10. The time is too early. Although it's too early, I have both techniques recorded in Excel, and when the time comes to take profits, I'll examine the XRP chart to determine the momentum behind it. If the US government's major banks become involved with Ripple and the XRP ledger, I'll check to see if there are any more announcements from Ripple. If so, that will help me get a number for my current exit strategy. There are two distinct spots that I have jotted down, however it's still somewhat cloudy. I'll work it out. Look, 2025 just began, as I mentioned.